that some things just don't go out of style. That the true classics never die. Touring, exploration, combat, and now introducing long-haul freight. The all-new Roberts Space Industries Constellation Taurus. Still,
The mantis is one of nature's most adept predators. Its patience immeasurable. Its focus indomitable. It waits silently for its prey. The adroit hunter positions itself for attack, identifying its unsuspecting target when it's most vulnerable. And then, steeled to the task at hand, the mantis strikes. Its prey never stood a chance.
All right, if you can't tell, it's RSI Day, day 9 of the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo in Free Fly. Let's change this real quick. All right, so RSI is Robert's Space Industries. Yeah, Robert Space Industries. And he has a fairly good lineup of ships. Looks like we got the center hall and one side hall and the hollow suites downstairs. And one to the side. Okay. So this is going to be our Constellation frame. And it's some multiple flavors. Gunship, exploration, cargo, and luxury, I believe. Of course, there's the Scorpius and the Mantis. The Constellations are a good ship frame. My biggest problem with them is I don't like the big long hallway that they become till you get to their cargo area. Then it's a drop in the hallway, you know. But other than that, they're a solid ship. Their guns and armor seem appropriate for the size. They're nimble for their size. Yeah, expedition. They are capable of carrying a snub ship, which is the Merlin, or whatever variant of the Merlin. I think there's 2 now. So they're a good hauler. They're a good, exploration ship. Of this lineup, the Mantis, I like the idea being able to knock somebody out of quantum, but you better have friends with you because this can knock them out of quantum, but it does not stop the ship. The ship still has guns. It still has its shields and physical armaments. So all you've done is knock somebody out of quantum and made them really pissed. So even a big hauler like the Drake Caterpillar has guns on it that could take this thing down fairly quickly. So if you're using this to take ships out of quantum, bring friends, or you're not going to have a good day. Okay, RSI Scorpion is a heavy fighter, and it packs a punch. It's very X-Wing-ish, because the little wings switchblade out into an X-Wing formation. The interesting part about it is the top turret can slide around to the back and become a rear turret. So you're getting 2 position usages out of 1 gun position. So it's really interesting that like that, and it's kind of a run by wire. So the gunner is not actually in the turret; he's just in a gunner position, and the turret itself runs back and forth, which makes it a more versatile fighter because you don't have to be directly in front of it for it to hit you. Alright, here's the rest of our constellation. Oh, this is the luxury variant, so if you're moving people back and forth for, a luxury tour, that's the one. And this is the medium freight. So this is a good freight ship because look at its look at its cargo area, because that's what it is. That's cargo lift. You can put a Ursa rover or something on there, possibly even a Tonk if it's wide enough, and that's a lot of cargo space. Or you just put a lot of cargo, which is also very useful. They're fairly decent in atmosphere as well as in space, but in atmosphere they're a bit more sluggish because they have some aerodynamics but not a lot. Alright, here's our Ursa rover, and they have it as an exploration vehicle. They're probably the more stable of the personal travel vehicles. We've got a couple jump seats. And piloting seats. I think it's just a locker, because it does have a gun turret on it right there that you can use, and a little side door. So it's not defenseless when it's moving, but you need that second person to run the gun. But their mobility, they're very stable when they're on the move because of the 6-wheel setup. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, it looks like the Apollo or Perseus. Yeah, it's the gunship. So like a light destroyer type gunship. It's smaller than a Corvette, so it's probably going to be about the size of the Hammerhead, and it's still in gray box. There's details here, but not as refined as some of the other ship models we've seen throughout the show. And there's like no paint job on it or anything like that, so it's probably still has a way to go. We just have the big top turret, the bottom turret, and the engines, other than the hull, really mapped out. And it's looking good so far. I'd love to see how it flies, because if it's just huge and sluggish, it's not going to be a very good destroyer or attack ship against the really big ships that can take it on. But its whole idea is to take on cap ships and other corvettes. And this is the Galaxy. Oh, this is the new modular one. So you can set it up to be, a refining ship or cargo ship or a med ship. And it's actually almost as far along as the destroyer over there, gray box wise. There's a couple big ball turns on it. And until they put in more detail, you can't tell whether that's just a fly-by-wire turret or whether that's a man-in-there turret. But it's supposed to be a large, Corvette-size ship, if everything I've read is correct. So that one could be interesting and bring interesting gameplay in. Being modular, so you can set it up how you want it to be. You know, whether you want to do cargo, med cap, whatever. The Polaris. Okay, this is a Polaris. It's a Corvette capital ship. So it's got the little landing pad on front top for light fighter. It's supposed to be packing a bunch of missiles or torpedoes for taking on other cap ships or corvettes. And it's looking like it's fairly advanced into the white box stage. Maybe it's going into gray box. We're seeing colors on it. And we're getting detail, but not super intricate detail yet. So it's probably got a while before it's ready to be put out into the verse yet. But it's another one that's a lot of people are waiting for. A lot of orgs want the bigger ships for larger group play. And what do we got here? The Apollo Triage. Oh, so this was the medical, the hospital. Yeah, this is the big mobile hospital. So it's supposed to be a large, because I'm thinking this is supposed to be like Corvette size, so bigger than the Hammerhead mobile medical center. So tier 1 through tier 3 med beds, you know, so like your smaller medical Pisces or whatever that have the med beds that you went out, pick the guy up and bring him back, and this is the ship that you drop them off in because it has the more advanced facilities to take care of whatever wounds they have. You kept them alive to get them to that thing, and then from there that ship heals them up to full health. Alright, we already looked there, so we're going to run around this way. I really like the halls, but I don't know about all the red lighting. Maybe it's because of the Drake starting everything off. I'm not sure. So our hall is over here. Oh. Oh. Maybe it's this one over here. It's pretty bad when the event hall is so big you get lost in a side corner. Here we go. But, you know, nice star field up there. The nice system rotations in the adjoining halls. And, oh, we're getting into the Auroras. Okay, the Aurora, oh, there's another Mantis. The Auroras are beginner ships, so these are the little ships that you'll start out with as a base starting package. So, and I don't know, as starter ships, they're okay. Depending on which direction you want to go with your gameplay, these could be better than the Mustang. The Mustang is definitely faster and more fighter type, but these can actually be set up to be fairly good light fighters. They're not going to outstrap an actual purpose-built light fighter because they have, you know, some of them have cargo bays, some of them have, you know, different systems on them, where a, you know, purpose-built fighter is going to definitely take them in a fight, but they're not bad. If you want to stick with just the baseline starter package ship, they're not bad. The ability to run cargo and have a bed to log out in, because they all do have beds. where I don't think the Mustang has one yet. Yeah, you can lie down in the bed in here. So that's cool. And they do have a military variant of the Aurora. Yeah, so this is their light fighter variant. So it comes with all the gun mounts full. So the 2 on the front and the 2 on the side. But it also comes with a larger missile cluster. So you can actually have a few more missiles and whatnot on it. So, and this has a bed. So, you know, there are options with the Aurora, where I believe the Mustang is either exploration, fighter, or racer. So, but, you know, my suggestion would be when you do your package, buy in on a sale day, like during the expo here, and get an upgrade that's been reduced so you can buy into a ship that's better than this at a better price. We already talked about the Mantis. So, all right, I hope that covered everything, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. I believe tomorrow is best of show. So, talk to y'all later. Bye.